Doing good, man. How are you? Missed y'all.
Brother Mike Scott from Hoops Hype. Two-part question. First off, are you keeping the beard? Second off, are you just compared to last year to this year, what are you trying to get out of this year, just for yourself, like on the court, in terms of your development?
I am keeping the beard for now. I understand it. I got to connect a little bit more, but it started day 0 of offseason. I've been rocking with it all offseason, so I'm going to give it a shot. This is my first time ever having a beard, so I appreciate you acknowledging that. I was incapable for the first 27 years of my life, and trust me, in the beginning, it was tragic. It looked terrible, but I didn't leave the house for the first couple of weeks of the offseason, so that was good. Now, remind me of the second part of the question. That one took all my attention.
Well, first, was Amari beating you in Madden yesterday? He said he was.
This guy is nuts, bro. He won one game. We were playing NCAA. He won one game.
Right.
We're not gonna talk about what happened after that, though.
Okay.
I'll let him live.
I think that one might have been too many for it.
Right. Second.
I'm not that bad at basketball. So. I'm 14th all time. Triple doubles. It's not too bad. But I think I got some more in me.
Might pass Bob Cousy this year.
I hope so.
As you can see, it was fun all afternoon in Brooklyn. I'm Chris Carrino with WFUV Sports. I have the privilege of covering Brooklyn Net Media Day for the 2024-25 season. It was an opportunity to hear from the players on how they've been doing since we last seen them and what they expect heading into the upcoming season. I was there covering it all. Here are the questions from me and others in the media ushering in a new era of Brooklyn Nets basketball.
Tim Capstraw on Nets Radio. We know your game. We know how talented you are. And you're coming back leading scorer. Do you feel a different responsibility, not just playing, and not just playing the game and scoring, but just around the entire team right now? Do you feel different in your leadership that you have to provide?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, different roles for different years. I feel like this year I'm more of one of the leaders in a way. So, if I say something, then I'm pretty sure most of the guys will listen and respect what I'm saying because, like I said before, I don't really talk much, but when I do say something, I feel like the guys will listen and actually really take account of what I'm saying because I don't say much, so they really respect what I say. So I just want to use that and just try to keep growing in that role, keep developing me a better leader, trying to talk more, develop in that way more. So I feel like this is the year to do it, and I can really, improve on that. So just can't wait to see where that goes.
People really excited to watch Tariq Whitehead basketball this year. Kind of comparing it to not only this year, but the last couple years of your mental headspace heading into the season. How much has it improved this year with just your physical health being better and just the situation in general?
I'll say the biggest thing is always confidence. Like I said, coming on to before Summer League, I had just got off the rehab table. I wasn't able to do much. So that was just more so, like I said, getting my feet wet and us having these past 3 months to be able to go up and down and play and, like I said, you see Jay Will, playing against Jay Will every day for 3 months, that'll get you better and also, gain you a little bit of confidence, playing against such a great player. So for me, the biggest thing I'll say was just going in here confident. And, like I said, if that's the biggest thing, and if I go in there with that mindset, then that'll eventually lead to me being, the Tariq that I know and you guys know I can be.
This is obviously where your NBA career started, and coming back here, just what's this feeling like, walking back through these doors and kind of maybe unexpectedly being back in this building, during the latter stage of your career?
I mean, it's great. I'm really excited to be back. I mean, I was here when they opened up this facility, this practice court, and then also the Barclays. So it's great to be back. Few guys are left, from that time that I was here. So it's completely different energy, different excitements about the season, about the team that we have right now. So I feel pretty good and pretty confident.
Hey Fox, Chris with WFUV Sports. You said it just now, you've been here a long time now, you're the longest tenured net on this team. Can you just talk about your point of view on the city when you got here and your point of view on the city now and just how much it's changed?
Yeah, it's definitely grown on me. Coming from the South, being in South Carolina my whole life and then being in Georgia, it's definitely, for 2 years, it's definitely grown on me. The fast pace, and I've grown to love it, the culture, the fashion, the people, so I'm happy to be back, like I said, and Brooklyn is still home.
Hey Ben, Brian Lewis, York Post. Coming off of the the surgery that you obviously had, how would you describe, I guess, where you are physically, and how confident are you that you're going to be able to play and have a healthy season for the first time in a few years?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So obviously 6 months ago I had the surgery, and it was down in Miami just rehabbing the whole time. I got to the point where I'm cleared to play, and I've been playing since I've been back in Brooklyn, so I'm ready to go.
Hey Cam, Chris, WFUV Sports, you have such a self-confidence about yourself, whether it's self-belief or self-confidence. It could be construed as cockiness. There's a bit of a thin line there. How do you think you've developed that self-confidence and that self-belief in yourself? And also, how much importance do you put on that, not only on the floor, but off the floor in everyday life?
Yeah, just me knowing the work I put in. You know you put the work in, we know you prepared, you can, say whatever you want, and you go out there and prove that you can do the stuff that you say. So really just, everything's just a testament to the work I put in. I'm confident in the work I put in to go up against anybody and play the best if I can. So that's just how I view that. And off the court is just staying true to myself and just knowing me. Like, I think that's really big, and just knowing me and knowing who I am and staying true to that.
Chris Carrino, WFUV Sports. Ben, throughout the afternoon today, we've heard multiple players talk about the 1% better mantra that's gone around the last couple of weeks here. What has that meant for you, especially in such a state of improvement that you've been in the last month?
That's been my whole thing all summer. Just rehabbing each day, getting better, using the limited time that I had to progress every day. And it shows up. It might not show up, in a week or two, but over time it shows up.
About, the only way you can make the playoffs, et cetera, and you talked about winning gets people paid. I'm curious, when you guys see odds makers or whatever projecting you guys to win 19 games, is that something that motivates you guys as a team? Is it something that you take personally? I mean, when you see that, how do you respond to that?
I mean, I've been underdog my whole life. So at the end of the day, it's motivation. We're just going to keep our head down, work, and try to find a connection with everybody, with coaching staff. They knew. Then, of course, the players. And, I mean, during minicamp, like I said, we started early. We did a great job there. And, yeah, it's going to motivate us. And we're just going to go out there and compete on the highest level and, yeah, try to win as much games as possible.